Now, if anybody has an excuse to fall off between the two, obviously it's Apeks losing Kixan to the heroic camp. You know, the core, the in-game leader. That's supposed to put you down a bit. FURIA, they're just soul-searching.
Yeah, I mean, like Art said, you know, everyone wants us to be good. We think we're good, but then we're not. So let's see if they can address that right now. On this little A play, Yuri's going to fall immediately. And just like that, Apeks, they've got full site control. They've got the bomb going down. They're in a good place.
For a bunch of players that are pulling each other apart, I think that they just tethered very nicely up the short side, got themselves into the pack, dive in, and Jacob, there we go. That's what we need from him, right? Jacob and Nock, these are the two stars of the show back in Paris. It's who we've come to expect big things from. And then obviously, you know, we had Stiko kind of take the back seats. But he's back in action and here to close it. 3 kills from Stiko in the pistol, and Apeks, you know, I feel like he's operating in the shadows, but with USPs, you can sit in smokes or shadows or anywhere you want. Odds are most certainly against you. Tetsunito finds the easy opening, but they will walk into a 4-player pistol stack. Yuri comes out, quick glance, they disassemble. Then the T's nade the AK back. I do enjoy that. It gets this hive mind of FURIA peeking down out of Arch. They took their gun away. They took their souls with it too.
It's this long side that could prove to be a bit of a problem for FURIA.
Man, I don't know how they hold this. Already you've got a player back site. Desperate is Art, leaning on the pit player to offer up something because surely he'll get swarmed. Luckily for Yuri, he finds the back turn. Now they'll take the bomb site, they'll get their plant. Ooh, doesn't go to try and stop it. Doesn't have a nade to get him off. And Yuri looking for the follow-up frag down to only 10 HP. He needs this support to come out from Library, and Jacob's ready to lock it in. Jacob's ready for them to extend, and as Fallen goes wide, he goes down. Jacob up close has support from Tatsunito, and Yuri, who's been here from the start, only got that 1 frag. Art backside felt like his hands were tied, and unfortunately for Yuri, never got a second chance. But he's also got a little to lose.
Oh my god, yeah, okay, thank god. He pulls the AK back out and immediately puts it to work. Oh, love that for Sassanito. And that's the B site open for business. Go on in, boys. Apeks are on to a 4th.
I felt bad for Tatsunito when Kixan left, you know, 2 Macedonians trying to come into it. You know, it's not a country we get to talk about too often, looking to make their scene thrive within Apeks, and then one of them just gets ripped apart from the other. Where's that cello aggro?
We're owed one, 100%, right?
Like, yeah, they owe us everything.
It feels that way. Fallen, come on, nail this one. Oh, just sails on past, and now he's dead. Oh, God, man. Cello just walks into the bullets. It's like Sassanito's just being given like the best time of his life over here at the top of B. Come on, Keserato. Here we are. 1 kill from him. Bit more action out of Yuri. Yes, yes. This is beautiful. FURIA have clawed it back into a 3-on-3, and Apeks is super divided all across the map. They still deal with Yuri in rotation, but Keserato, putting a leash on the B play at least, sends that bomb away, but it will get the free passage into A thanks to Jacob.
Yeah, we see Keserato get active, play through the CT smoke, just kind of swim within the utility of Apeks on B. We get Yuri as well, closing down on the apartments. That's how Stiko got into the bomb site. That's that kill that maybe happened a little too soon. We've got 2 instances of FURIA playing proactive CT side in a 3v5 that brought it back 3v3. Looking good. Obviously, Jacob, this lurk, those 2 kills on A. Get this kind of delayed CT rotate. They're running over now. They're of 2 minds, however. Doubling back and doing so fairly. Keserato in with more op kills than Fallen. And Sense wants to wrap around Arch side. So this 2-pronged assault into a stacked bomb site. Art, again, an initiative into the apartments. Will they read into the possibility of going CT? It would take the short player to come back with bomb. Keserato a second off of the sniper, but that is an open door to B.
Yeah, the route through CT cracked wide open thanks to Sense on that lurk, and Nork's been allowed to move in with the bomb. He's going to get this AWP in the post plant now. At least FURIA have been able to arm themselves. That's something. Cello holding down these longer angles, lands a leg onto Nork, but doesn't deal the killing blow, and that might make all the difference. Nork's going to live rent-free in their nightmares. It was back in Finland that he put on a masterclass versus this team, and FURIA did take note of that. And right now in this post plant, he lights them up. The one that got away. It's Nork with the AWP, brought down low, but not finished off. And he goes on a reign of terror after that fact to keep this scoreline flawless for Apeks.
You know, they say what goes around comes around. And that 13-0 pressed into Apeks' forehead yesterday, branded by Donk in his Katowice debut. There's no running from that one, but the only way you can shake that off is do it yourself to whoever's up next. And right now, FURIA on the receiving end of a gnarly 3K out of Knock. Fallen says, you know what, bro? I don't want this damn thing.
Someone else take it. K-Serrato, you look really good with it. You could have it if you want.
But
oh god,
you sit on an angle with the barrel of the gun sticks out. Sense and Jacob in with entries. This was another gun round, and it's another dismantling of FURIA.
Right, I mean, I don't want to say what we're potentially thinking, but like it's 8-0 right now.
Say it.
Obviously, Apeks famously got 13-0'd in the opener, and we keep saying this idea if they want to do it right back. I didn't mean literally. I didn't think they would actually show up and 13-0 FURIA, but my god, it could happen if this keeps up.
5 rounds out. And this one, well, I mean, this
Look
one's...
at the mini-map, bro. Cello's so cooked. They're all behind him. They're in front of him. They're everywhere. And he's out of ammo. That A1S lets him down. The 20 bullets, he would have needed about 600 by the looks of things with how many Apeks players.
But it's the timing. It's the tempo. Like Apeks, they're already on the brink of the A site. Nobody's stopping him. Sense walks right in. Gets clotheslined by Yuri. And that kill's critical, right? Because K-Serrato aren't ready to come out from library.
Yes.
Now we're talking. So active in Banana and so passive in Pit.
They really home in on denying Sassanito this top banana control that he's been getting constantly and just causing issues from. They make sure he doesn't get that room, and then they go, oh, God.
But what happens when Sassanito reopens the B site? Because don't you remember the one time he did? Don't you remember that 3K?
There's still a guy here, Connor.
Yeah, but it's Cello, Harry, and Cello's shaking in his little boots. Stiko will die over towards Arch. This opens up a faster rotate, but it doesn't mean that they can't get in before the support arrives. We get this deep angle held from K-Serrato out of spawn. Sassanito gotta come clear it. Shadow advantage for Cello, and by God, they've done it. No 13-0 for FURIA, but it's still 3 rounds best case scenario on this defense. Bombs starting to come back to the A play because they know they've got that rotate completely cut off with the CT control. I mean, you've got Banana, you've got CT. You know there's at least one, and if not 2 players just stranded on this half of the map. Stiko, welcome back. You know, if Norbert can return to Virtus Pro and take his career to new heights, maybe Stiko is on the same trajectory. 11-4, right behind Sassanito, and some critical openings of that A bomb site as Apeks lock in double digits.
Man, you know, this is so rough. Nothing to be done, nothing to be said here. Cello won't even get to save, and this is how so many of his rounds have ended, just kind of staring, waiting, knowing that they're hunting you down, knowing that everyone's goal is to just knock all the guns out of the server, and often he's left alone over towards B in like a 1v4 trying to save an M4. I don't know, this is really awkward. For the individuals, you're not feeling like you're even getting to play rounds here if you're FURIA. Everything's being dictated to you by Apeks. You're getting beaten on. And for someone like Fallen, who's 0-10, he's very aware of, you know, how out of this game he is right now. Come on, this is his round. This is his moment. There's no way he doesn't get a single kill in the half. Oh, yes, that's nearly it. So nearly. Yes!
Let's
One
go.
for Fallen. Give me more. Don't stop there. Don't stop there. He will just drop a smoke and stop there, obviously, because it's crazy to throw himself back into the fight. But still, he didn't go 0-11 in the half. This is really good, though. They've saved enough util to be able to slow down this play, to be able to thwart it. Apeks don't have these open routes, these open sight lines that they've so often had in the A play.
They're going to dive in, going to take the dink from Yuri, and it's looking like a likely second round win here from FURIA. Art chucks out the homing missile, and Knock is indeed going to go down. So FURIA, they'll post a second in tandem with Fallen's first frag. Don't go too far. We'll be back with more of that. A nice pistol round here on the CT side would close it out quick, you could assume, but Sense is very much on his own as the full-blown exec comes in. Oh, hello! The frag grenade exposing him to 5. Fast flank out of Banana. This is 3 players for FURIA trying to move forward into sight with 1 deep inside of the church. So 3 on site and 3 on Banana. Apeks trying to boost over the smoke to get eyes in, but they'll be blocked off for now.
Yeah, underhanded a smoke here, and so that's kind of locked out the bulk of this retake. He will go down fighting Stiko back at the spawn. They really try to chase this kill, but he just keeps on getting them. Stiko, another. Now Fallen back at the site. There's 1. Any more? Fallen onto the double. Now it's just Yuri, just trying to buy time. Oh, swinging on out. Stiko finds him, Kit on his back, and so he's going to grab that defuse. It's the pistol round to go the way of Apeks. And once again, for a second time now in this first map, it's Stiko with a big 3K to do it in the pistol.
I feel like a fair amount of space being given to FURIA, so no disruption on Banana whatsoever. They do get the rotate over, but a lip smoke denies any vision from Cross. Sense gets vision of Art right before the duel goes down, so even though he's blind, he kills him. Second player's looking away from flashbangs. It's a USP, kind of desperate, since no chance at a reload with that swarm coming straight for him. So Fallen and Co. breaking through with man advantage, but also sitting on a non-existent cache of utility in the face of this post-plant hold. Solo kit still for Stiko. He goes over, catching Yuri in the face. Now, last time it was Stiko over Yuri backside to finish the clutch. This time, the anchor for FURIA is already gone. So you know these other players have suddenly started to feel stranded. The pinch comes over Coffins. They clear out the pit. Cello catches the headshot deep on Banana. Oh, and comes back in for the 1v2 against Jacob. FURIA not done yet.
Over towards B. So it is always an option they could look to fight for this. Instead, he just goes swinging out dry, and that feeds K-Serato 2 nice openers. It feels like they're kind of trying to set up Nork here in a way, right? You sacrifice like 2 players towards the Banana side. He's just been tucked in at the back of B. So you're hoping that FURIA don't check for a 3rd player, but they will. And so this one is a nice lock-in round for FURIA.
But with nothing to be offered out of the first 2, no surprise. FURIA are indeed able to convert it. Very quick to just forego the arch wrap. Maybe banking on apartments control, but Stiko taking damage? Wow, I can't believe he gets out. Yuri not able to kill him as he crosses back on door. And so with it, they've suddenly stifled them. Tatsunito, that smoke grenade popped open, and he makes the absolute most of it. The entirety of the arch control now falls back into the hands of Apeks. They fixate in on short instead. The flashes find their targets. And of course, it is Knock to turn them back. So just when we start to praise FURIA for finding openings, it's a smoke blown open.
Team that's often known for going quickly. Gonna go pretty slow at the end of this one and now look to explode out of the apartments. That pit player still just harassing, and perfect timing from Stiko. Even as Cello finds him, he's not winning this round anymore. That is nothing but a hope and a dream, one that is not destined to come up for FURIA. And that's map point for Apeks, locked in the moment they bring those guns out.
Missed shots, the bane of his existence. Sense eats the flashbang, support out from Sandbags. Jacob knows he's locked in, and he gets cleaned out. We've got a follow-through coming forward from the Banana commitment. And Tatsunito's Molotov will burn sight for the time being. Does he press his luck? Tries to go for spam, off the mark, and that's a sight for FURIA to take.
Is he going to come through this? There is a flash on Stiko, but he just doesn't try. Tatsunito with the double. No flash needed. He is just playing with raw confidence there on that push. Waits for the plant, and now it is just Fallen. He's been a bit of a lame duck in this map so far, and it might end that way. 5 seconds, shot connects. Oh, he doesn't go for the plant, and he wins it! Lovely from Fallen. Fakes them out with the tap when there's 4 seconds left. Apeks do not think he's bluffing, especially not with the game he's having. He kind of has the composure to fake it, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. Maybe he was just off it. Like he's, you know, it's so on the line, but this deep peak, let that be your inspiration. Down 4 and 13 coming into this round.
Falling up at the front on this AWP.
That frag grenade, though, it could come back to haunt them so badly. Stiko, we've seen what he did, anchoring inside of the pit, but as he pops up, Fallen will grab him. Tatsunito dead! Yes. Fallen! He goes from just the op entry into the Tech-9 drive-by headshot, and so Art doesn't have to worry. K-Serato need not stress. Fallen not only the 1v2 to keep this game going, the 2 CT rounds that FURIA end up nabbing, this is so ridiculous. Free frag delivered. It was 2 of the last 3 rounds in the closing moments. FURIA get just enough to survive losing the pistol round, to survive that 1-off 5 rounds into the second half.
Oh, he had it 100%, but yeah, like...
But we go back into it. I mean, it's been 2 brazen rounds from... Oh, Apeks, there it is. You know, I'm going to say, this was kind of what the T side out of Apeks...
FURIA, they've won their fair share of impossible situations here in this map, but surely this is asking too much.
Harry, we've been sat here weaving our web of false hopes, narrating as we lead the viewers on, making them all think there was a possibility of Fallen creating the most beautiful comeback. But no, sir, not tonight. Apeks will close this as they always should have. A magnificent clutch from Fallen. We can't take that away. The follow-up impact, it was there, and it makes for a far more interesting map 2 in this series. It was simply too cold of a start from FURIA on the brink of what felt like a 13-0.
You're hoping that they drop a smoke, maybe they throw a nade, a molly, a flash, but there is no such util for Apeks to use here. Now the real exec going in over the top, and it is immediately opened from CT by Sense on the USP.
Man, all this util and you don't block off ticket, so Sense will make the most of it. They hold on to a smoke for K-Serrato. Last molly going forward. And then there's a disengage. I mean, they have managed to get Yuri into the B site. This full-blown rotation from Apeks now aware of what they've done. They opened this big flaw in the defense, and guess what? The Berettas run past. Oh, Stiko, he just looked this way. He double checks. Oh, no. Oh, no. It falls the other way. Knock going deep in through underpass finds FURIA with their pants down. They thought they were big brains. Instead, all 5 slain. And it's Apeks with the pistol.
FURIA get out-positioned, outsmarted. And now they've got a chance to run it back up against this bonus round for Apeks. And oh, that's not the start you want. Sense on the MP9 has laid waste to the FURIA rifles. Those AKs are gone. It's Fallen and Art with a MAC-10 and a Galil between them. And not even that stands for long. A flawless bonus round with Sense racking up 4 on the MP9. He starts this game nailing them with the USP from Ticket. And then he makes it their last ride up through ramp with the MP9.
And this kid wants a piece of the action. Beautiful MP9 work here, down to the last bullet. Funnily enough, the frag grenade that goes deep into ramp also blows the AK away from the last 2 guys to try and grab it. Just total control and domination.
So this is them trying to turn it around, getting out fast on the ramp side with pistols. They have this one hero gun in the hands of Cello. And they have taken a good bit of room here. That's something at least. The molly won't stop the plant in time. Will burn Fallen out after the fact. It's Art in pole position to try and make a difference. Trigger discipline. Oh God, man. No. Okay, 1 kill down on the connector player. Yuri will get it, and he's going to run for the hills. He doesn't want to hang around. He doesn't want to try stop the defuse. He knows they've already won the round. So just getting out with the M4, it's something at least.
What does Stiko get back? Chucking around that MP9, bomb gets defused. That round cost Apeks $4,500 across all 5 players.
Once again, FURIA settle on trying to take control out through ramp. They're at least doing a lot of conditioning to make Apeks worry about these A-hits early on. And so maybe that comes into play a little bit later in this second map. They also secure the opener this time. They lose Art out over.
And Art trying to make that B play happen before bombs even planted. Of course, Stiko's still going to be floating around in that half of the map. So you just lose the man advantage that could have lurked late. Instead, they're going to spam through smoke. Dude, Stiko is unstoppable. And he's just going to jump on the bomb with 3 Ts alive. K-Serrato finds him through that smoke, so maybe getting ahead of himself. And then when it falls to the 2v2, there's no chance at it now. So Stiko dying out in the attempted defuse is the door left open for FURIA's first.
The sequel to Snakes on a Plane. Never did as well. Here we are, fast B play. And they will run down Stiko, one of the kind of front men for Apeks across this series, already knocked to the wayside. Same can be said for Sassanito in at the back of the site. Jacob dies in rotation. For FURIA, this is a feel-good moment. They launch an assault over towards this B site. There's 3 players here if you count Jacob's fast rotation, and they get out cleanly with the round.
Sassanito, as he lost complete control of the catwalk. Well, not his job, really. His mid players lost control of catwalk. He dies to the peak that comes swinging wide as he just tries to tuck. You know, he had an option there where he could have gone for bench. But once he gets this kill, he kind of stagnates, and in doing so, opens the door for art. Put it in contrast, of course, to his counterpart in Fallen. This is 2 ice-cold starts to both maps. An opening kill for Jacob, whose rifling has had an uptick on Mirage. And while Cello would love to get a piece of him, Jacob's on a fresh magazine and ready to hold top connector. There's no way he doesn't expect somebody to have slipped in. Pre-firing these corners. He's not going to let his guard down, right? Surely. Yeah, he's going to find him out. Sniffs out Cello at the minute mark. 5v3 comfortably for Apeks. And we're still left scratching our heads, waiting for Furia's opening. There it is. Okay. Fallen's first. Straight up wins the duel, but it's not versus the counter off. Oh, no. Poor Fallen. We'll see if Quesarado can magically piece together a 1v4, but he is dead real quick. And we keep getting this attitude out of Sense. Young blood added to this roster.
Fallen never even really got to play this round. They just kind of send him in as a sacrificial lamb. They say, mate, you're 12 HP. Just tell us where they are. Gonna try his hand at the bomb plant, but Sense should be able to deny this. Takes him a moment, but he will find it. Even a follow-up on OR back in the connector, not his original intended target.
Ramp flank. That'll be the end of this. Gonna find Cello in the open, execute him, seeing a second cross the triple now. Of course, the ticket peek comes through. It's a pistol out from Knock. They are untouchable.
There's kind of only so many variables you can actually account for, and now you've got to account for every single one of them right now, from these smoke creeps out of Sense, these sort of pushes that he's been looking to go for, the big flank from Sassanito. This is very rough. FURIA, do they have the answers?
That's a deep connector peek towards top middle for the opening kill, and then Knock is given a second target.
13-0 on Nork.
Wow, not the 13-0 we thought we were going to get in this series. Can he do it? Can he finish the game without dying?
I mean, you know how it is. Now that you've said it, probably not. Not that I'm one of the people that believes that. It does feel like that's always how it goes.
It's okay if you're superstitious.
Oh, Sense does get caught by Fallen. That will allow a plant to come in here. Even with the nades raining in, Fallen's going to be allowed to get the bomb planted. Quesarado here to help him. Oh, God, they are just kind of whittling away, chipping away at Fallen. But he's still in the picture, still in with a chance to make this one happen. Him and Quesarado double up under Palace. This will just leave them having to take these fights on players crossing, and with Fallen already dead, Quesarado can't do a thing. That one gets a bit awkward when they get boxed in together.
The stair/jungle retake, and I feel like Quesarado kind of paints himself into the corner, paints himself into his own demise, but also options limited at that point because there was also the ticket players, so jumping out, but just not given much to pull on. We're gonna have Art yet again get into this connector corner. Sense gonna hunt him down, deal with that one, post the 5v4, and remember, with so much damage done too, it's gonna be tough for Cello or for Quesarado to get back into it. Sassanito, jump scared as Fallen jumps up into him. That gets Cello out from ladder. That exposes the player on the fence. And Stiko wants a little bit more. Gonna do a good job to drop a couple. Yuri, nah, not gonna happen. Stiko says enough's enough, collects 3 frags on the round, and protects Nox flawless half thus far.
They just don't look in this right now.
They don't look like they have a top 20 player of 2023 in this server. Quesarado looking as human as everybody else. I mean, the kills are just non-existent for FURIA. And we had all the excuses lined up for the Inferno play. It's not their map, it never has been. Now suddenly, dire spot. Knock
still
has died. 15 frags, jumps the site, smokes the bomb, and is going to try to lead this retake charge onwards, crossing over to the triple. Quesarado, it's all on him. If there was ever a time to shine, but Stiko's sitting on top of that bomb, diffusing all the while, and Quesarado alive at the end of the half. Knock 15-0, Apeks 10-2.
Yeah, I think that would really, legitimize the idea that they've tried to put forward in these interviews, the idea that yesterday just was not, what they wanted. They weren't on the same page. Everything felt wrong. But let's see if they can get there. Yuri opens the round. Stiko dead alongside Sense down in the connector. It's Sassanito next up in line over on the short side. His teammate falls in the meantime. Nork will finally fall. It's fallen to find him. And FURIA have just learned that the guy that's been uprooting this entire game is mortal after all. The first death for Nork in the second half pistol round. Sassanito out through the connector, 1-on-3 and not to be. It's Fallen nailing shots as they try to move in up through Con. The pistol is much the same here on Mirage.
Yeah, wrist action, they call it. There's a real chance, I think, that, FURIA closed this gap, CT side of their map choice, but, I mean, we have literally gone through these exact motions one map ago. The comeback for FURIA over on Inferno as well. It was a out-of-nowhere CT-sided three-man aggression down Banana and top middle. A Hail Mary, right? A real let's end this here and now type moment that they could pull off again. Not in this round, but without, of course, any warning. Oh, so suddenly, once they have their guns, Apeks could just storm half of the map and take this game over the line.
Good way for this to open, and even a bit of aggression coming in from... Oh, he would have loved that, man. That could have made all the difference. If he gets away with that kill, suddenly the bomb's going to go all the way back. It kind of throws the round into disarray. Instead, you equal in a 4-on-4, and the last bit of info you had was that Apeks were moving in towards Palace. So FURIA can hardly be blamed for pulling players back towards this A site. And what does that do? That weakens the backline just a little bit. Sense finds one. The bomb was actually heading back towards apartments. It looked like they wanted to end B here, knowing that that kill would shuffle players around the map. I'm really curious if that maintains being the case, what with all the ground being taken out on this A site right now.
This is bananas. Stiko, he's walking this bomb out into the B site. Knock has been able to just walk across A, but, I mean, Stiko can't come back. But that might not matter because the CTs are not there whatsoever. Quesarado reveals his position. Sense knows that Cello was last seen inside ladder, and Stiko just has to play his own game. Cello has 4 health. Stiko comes off and gets caught. I love that from Cello. Just a 0 to 100 sprint closer to the bomb site. He's going to try to get on top of the bomb and stick this defuse, but it's a 10-second stick. He's going to have to go all the way, and Sense, he's got to go clear that. You can't just... Oh, he's got to clear it right here, right now. He gets both frags, but not in the nick of time. And by the skin of his teeth, Cello robs it away.
Build across this T side and start to get into it, but very, very quickly this could end up... Oh, never mind. Stiko tries to lay those worries to rest right now with the Deagle out through Palace.
Unbelievable scenes. Tech9 for Sense going for the bomb plant, trying to give themselves something to hang on to. It's the fact there's so much damage, though. Flash is missing Cello. Oh, that's what they needed. Double kill right back. But remember, Knock is alive. 18-3. Phenomenal first half. And he is now given a chance to clutch out what would be a great moment for Apeks to follow through. You do not want those double deagle headshots to go to waste. But the first player crosses over. That's now 2 inside of the site. Nade softening him up to 64. And that looming threat of the stairs peak at a moment's notice. Missed shot. Fallen closes. And it is Cello who goes above and beyond. Those 2 kills towards Ticket, that's the one thing that gets the retake going. If not, you've got double committed Ts inside of Ticket and that perfect crossfire from Knock deep on ramp. That's what wins rounds. But this spray, that second frag, yes, Stiko kicked it off with Deagle's Harry, but he couldn't close it versus Cello when it mattered even more.
But Art's been a non-factor in this map. He's not been the guy winning them rounds. He's not really played into any of the rounds. And so FURIA feels like they've been used to doing this one without him. They've reclaimed the 4-on-4, and they'll take it one step further with Cello's AWP ringing out with kills over here towards B. Stiko tries to hit this timing. And he will hit it successfully. That puts a seed of doubt in FURIA for just a moment. Oh, a missed shot for Nork.
Oh no. Oh no. Missed shot ×2. Nock leaving the door ajar. The first real mechanical mistake we've seen out of him, and it comes at such a costly moment. Stiko given nothing to work with here. The number is far too strong inside connector. He's at least ahead of it, and luckily that smoke didn't hit him. Would have been an audio cue for the double peek. Doesn't get the first headshot, but a clean little snap over. And there's Art's third frag of the map. We get, again, this sandwich walkout caught out by Art. Jacob gets the kill. Chance at a second here, it would have to have been nasty. K-Serrato, massive health advantage. Cello versus Nock on B, 1v1, and timing here for Nock.
Oh, he throws the nade. That's going to give up the sound cue. Oh, my God! Cello takes a leap out of Nock's book on that one, man. That's crazy. It just felt destined to hit. He just panic-clicked, and it works wonders.
Brother just blasts him with the blunderbuss. Look at this. Oh, that's so gross. And we almost had that moment with the Stiko double Palace Deagle. But Fallen just immovable inside of this A site. Such a nuisance to anybody trying to exit up connector. And Art now starting to find his groove with yet another frag. 5v3 for FURIA to tie at 10 on the line. And a consistency in this double op as well. Cello's been hitting shots with it.
Yeah.
And more often with the scope. But Jacob's positioning, catching him off. Cello right there to respond, and with eyes back towards B, he's looking to confirm it all. Still, bomb sits top mid in the possession of no one.
Yeah, but K-Serrato might be about to find it. Stiko,
hello.
He's got this one for free. At least gets away with that, but still, like, you know, you're not winning this round. That's kind of the issue you got to contend with here, right? 2 versus 3, you find 1 kill. Feels like there's a line if you want to don that AWP on FURIA, but Cello's looked really solid with it. And considering, oh, dude, even Stiko falling off the time to the spam from bad to worse for Apeks.
Not given anything to pull on just yet. Yuri's not too far away. Burning, though, that'll let him know. Nock. He gets the kill, but Sense can't follow through. That would have been another opportune moment for Apeks. 5v3. Instead, it has fallen again with Vision. Down connector into Cat. I mean, every player that finds any footing on the catwalk just gets culled.
Quiet performance on Art's side. The rest of the gang is still just picking up the slack and locking down this very key area of the map. Even on this CT push, Satsanito, if he decides to go for it, he's a dead man. Yuri waiting here, bated breath. He could collect this right now, even if he goes a little wider around the box. And with Fallen here, oh, not needed. Fallen might not have vision, but that's not going to stop him. Bomb plant denied.
Beautiful.
Yuri from behind the ticket. The bait and switch pays off for FURIA as he mops up the last 2. And just like that, FURIA have taken the lead from 2-10 down.
Unbelievable. I mean, you can hear the ramp players coming out from this position, right? Shooting their P250s, shooting their Galil, trying to get anybody on the A site to think that the distance is further. That's why this flash finds Fallen. But Fallen ain't playing your games. Blind shot into Satsanito, and it just duos so nicely with Yuri's hidden position. So Cello's going to give him a chirp. Turned 20-8. Trying again to hit this A site, trying once more to exit out from ramp. It's a blanket smoke strat, but it's Yuri to find one. Pressing out from benches, K-Serrato, and you know he's not going to go down empty-handed. Comes in for second servings, deals death to Stiko, and still Apeks trying to find an opening that just feels far too closed. So they go back to ramp and hold, because time is still ample.
FURIA make it look like they were the favorites all along. And so now in the 2v3, Apeks are left hinging on Nork, who was flawless earlier on. Jacob alongside him, trying to battle back against a whole different beast to the one they were facing earlier on, and they can't get past it. With Nork dead, it's just Jacob left. And he is boxed in. They know where he is. They've got the bomb. 20 seconds, and he is dead on the swing. FURIA move onto map point. A sentence that if you told me we were saying this 10 rounds ago, I would have told you you were crazy.
Double deagle from Stiko, that 5v3 to get to site. And even that is just this beautifully tethered defense out of FURIA. Everybody working in tandem. It's not individual heroics. It's not one solo play. It's just clean. And Katowice comes through his 19th and 20th as he clears out bottom mid. But that Molotov will keep him stranded outside of the A site. Bomb's a little bit delayed, but of course CT's still soon to fight. Smoke grenade, enough of a gap for Fallen to try and test this. Playing his luck as his shot connects yet again. This op has been just nasty. The wrath of Gabriel Toledo. A flawless CT side comes out from FURIA just when you think they're on the brink of elimination in Katowice. A second potential heartbreak back-to-back from 23 to 24. Not tonight. Not yet, that is.
Redemption, and one where they dished out an 11-0 second half earlier on. And so let's see who's got what it takes for this third map. FURIA are certainly fired up, giving us a hell of a lot more as this series has gone on. They're in it for the long haul. And this is not a bad way for it to start. Now, Apeks do have nice room in middle, but it might not matter if you never make it past cave. They lose another life in lieu of those dual Berettas trying to chase down at Katowice. And with that not finding its footing, what is the option here? Apeks kind of have to wrap this B site, but 3 players still reside here for the FURIA squad. So at best, this is an even odds bout.
Oh, and Yuri's going to make sure to just take it away one step further. P250 going dry. The bomb carrier is able to reveal himself on ramp. Coming forward with 2 kills is Stiko, and that's at the same time that Knock reopens this bomb site. Beautifully done here between the two of them. This is a 2 versus 5, and they've evened it to the 2v2. Now they've lost track of where exactly the remaining FURIA members are at, but Stiko again! Just a clean USP shot to the forehead. Here comes Fallen. Oh, and he gets canceled out. Take a bow, Stiko. 4 frags in the pistol. When it felt like Bomb was stranded on the ramp, he takes matters into his own hands.
And there's something to be said for how proficient Stiko's been in the pistol rounds across this series, right? On Inferno, he opened both of Apex's pistols with triple kills. This time, it's one step further. It's a 4K to pull back that 2v5 that looked so dire. The round looked done, but Stiko offers up a masterclass.
Taking a quick look into the middle of the map, but at this point, Red Room's already been foregone. Deep CT peek. Jacob trying to get the double off the Galil. Will sense his positioning, catch FURIA off guard. Oh, I can't believe he gets away with that. Tatsunito was just about to get held on the smoke. He gets 2 instead. He was about to be held. The player on the box looks towards the cave entrance. I don't know why. Concerned with maybe a ramp walk up because his teammate nearby says, I don't have you fully.
It's looking like a slow start from FURIA. But that wasn't enough to stop them on Mirage.
So much so that it looks like Art is feeling as though he can go towards lane. But Sense, no way. Just wins the duel close smoke. Dude, Apeks, like smoke criminals in multiple rounds at this point. They've got 4 players wounded, but it's a 5v3 nonetheless.
That mid-adjustment over the boost was a thing of beauty as well, because they actually missed the Molotov that denies the heaven jump up. And so in response to that, Jacob assembles that boost quickly and is able to snuff out, I think it was Katowice as he was jumping up to go and fight the lane. That could have been a huge issue if they weren't able to stem that. Taking these fights in a cave is wild. Yuri's been given a double. Right now, Apeks don't know the whereabouts of this other player. However, now they learn. Now they learn the awkward truth. This whole time, they've been walking into a double stack over at B. And so FURIA, if this play had ended up on A, you know, a couple of kills ago, they would have never even attempted this round. But because they battle it back into an even odds bout, thanks to some swings through the cave, they want to give this one a try. And they've got a kit on Yuri, so a couple of extra seconds and a few flashbangs. Let's see if they can manage it.
Jacob keeping his head down beneath Temple. Stiko a little further back. Definitely the guarantee on Donut. CT swing wide, and Jacob doesn't post a follow-up frag. From start to finish, this 2v5 has been separate engagements, one after another. The Apeks players fall, and Stiko, he's going to have to peek at some point, goes out wide, and they pull this off. 2v5, that adamant push into the cave, not once, but twice.
Yeah, that's actually, I fully, wow, we'll revisit this in a second because it's an instant pop out through mid. Once again, this lurk smoke in, but barreling through it is art. That's what he's known for. They're the sorts of plays that this guy likes to make. In your face Counter-Strike, W held down, not respecting the lurk smoke in mid. They now have to wait and see. They have to kind of hope that FURIA overextend here in these next few dud seconds. But if that doesn't happen, you've got to be the one to make a move. And the moves being made are not fruitful for Apeks. This round has crumbled to dust before their very eyes. And it's all on the back of that smoke walk down in mid. FURIA were actually looking to save when they doubled up in cave like that. And it's the fact that they never learnt about Yuri until that third player went swinging up through the ramp. Up until then, they thought they were kind of... The scary thing about mid is that can change in an instant, right? After a while, with things being this quiet, FURIA might want to peek this window. And if they catch anyone jumping up, that would be a disaster. Instead, they just start shuffling bodies back over towards B. K-Serato found immediately. The rest of the gang will get here in time, and smoke spam goes their way to thin the numbers of Apeks. Sense is trying to make some room, trying to take some room, but gets locked out of the round, and now it's left on Nork, and he is run at. That's the danger. When you don't have the space, when you lose that long fight, you are screwed. And now they're spamming bodies. This is a FURIA that is fired up. Somewhat discounted this. He's at least put attention back on it, and he just saw the shadow, so he knows they've taken the red room. Fallen now is to worry about a cross back from red, so he doesn't want to hang out in the donut. He'll look to up and leave, put a bit of a distance between himself and that position. But this gives Jacob a window to creep through the spawn. And even though FURIA are aware of this, he's putting a lot of pressure on Fallen. K-Serato back at main will need to lend a helping hand. They don't know about him yet, but they spot him out and Jacob finds it. Double tap to secure the 3v3.
Yuri's Molotov bounces off box, so it's an easy flee from the bomb site. Tatsunito hands on an op now. A second AK also procured. Apeks, thanks to Jacob, have given themselves a real chance to get into this lead once more. Op shot lands on Tatsunito, down to 30 health. Jacob on green, strong position to lock in Temple. He will not waste the opportunity. Coming through with another frag, but it's Cello who's here to make the difference. Sense sits on a measly 6 HP. And with that tap on bomb, there's no bite. He leans back, he clutches out. A single AK, a single chance, and Jacob makes the most of it.
And that is a round that FURIA will not be forgetting anytime soon. You could feel the pressure that Fallen was under. He knew that at no moment was he safe to fall back. He kind of gets stuck out in no man's land, and he just has to hope, he just has to pray that he picks the right fight, and picking a fight with Jacob was not the right choice. Boost up in mid, Jacob keen to get involved again, and this time it's K-Serato on the receiving end of it.
I think that boost has gotten a lot of value out for Apeks. They've caught in players going towards boxes. And this man advantage extends for at least a moment. Art on a full retreat has to go. Can't stick around, can't afford to die, but simultaneously Cello takes it to the bottom of the ramp, and there it goes back to the even keel. Nock disengaging from the B site. This is a far, wide open run from Stiko through A with no resistance. And if the bomb carrier comes, that's a plant guaranteed, unless Art, who is now swapped over to the A1S, can do something here from Donut.
Yeah, they'll know the whole time that Donut is a possibility, right? But it doesn't stop the fact that Art can still complicate this round. If he wins this fight straight up, he goes charging out, but he won't find it. And on the back of that kill going the way of Apeks, with them already having a player entrenched all the way through the spawn, this is a round FURIA can't even justify attempting. And that gives them the window to kind of make that actually a very easy round for themselves in spite of the man disadvantage. Oh, it felt like Sense had that on a platter, but they still get their kill out of mid. One way or another, maybe even two. That molly just dodged from Art. But he's left so wounded as the sole carer of the A bomb site.
Total disrespect to the elbow Molotov, the front one. They just jump over. Oh,
any more of those, Cello?
Austin. Jacob returns the favor, but knowing that it wasn't Cello, that's 2 CTs confirmed in red. There is, in fact, a third. Art coming over from the spawn. Jacob looking to lock horns, but Cello just keeps hitting headshots. They'll smoke off red room. Bomb needs to be retrieved, but look at this deep push from Nock.
And he's certainly going to hear the bomb plant, so they'll know where this is looking to end up. This is more Stiko like playing out at his kind of lonesome, right? Like trying to restrict the map. But he gets spotted. The element of surprise now gone. However, the next guy to face him would be Art in the red room. And he's so low on health. Stiko walking in. Having to check a lot, but he will spot Art tucked into the corner. There's Cello with the trade at least. Fallen rains out from the cave. They didn't know he was in there. They've learned about him the hard way. Sasanito in the 1v2. Can he do this? First man in up the short side makes it look easy. And the missed shot from Fallen costs FURIA dearly. The attempt there at that 2vx from the FURIA squad, and it so nearly comes up with some great shots from Cello in mid.
Stiko is working with such little health, but again, just being a nuisance, doing his own thing, operating on his own all around A, deep through red. Again, Jacob's going to find timing. CT stomping over. They've lost track of middle far too many times for my liking. Jacob here's another one coming. It's an op of Fallen to try to keep him pinned. Meanwhile, A site's crumbling and Fallen doomed. Apeks, even with that round they threw, even with that 5v2 that slipped away, they are looking to post an 8-round half and potentially even 9. But they may not give him much. No need for Cello to really take this swing, to move whatsoever. Smoke off towards Donut. Again, this constantly looming threat of the red room split. And sure enough, who else? It's Stiko.
And he hears this. That one's free. That's nice and easy for him. Fallen walks into his crosshair. Stiko, once again, he's let off the rip. He knows that he's in such a good spot. Doesn't necessarily have to go back and fight these B players. Instead, he'll just smoke it off and deny this point of rotation.
Nice. A real indication of the threat that they think exists in Donut, and with good reason. Frag grenade opens the smoke. Cello going to keep the pressure high. Donut player's dead, and the Tech-9 rips back to the A site. Here's the chase out of Yuri. 1v1 to close out the half. To give Apeks 9 or FURIA 4 op up, though. Hands no longer busy, and he's not going to waste his chance. Knock ends this half with a final frag and a 6-round lead for Apeks. And it's featured comebacks every time.
Is he going to start the pistol like he did this whole first half with just getting in behind them and causing chaos? He's going to have to. Everyone falls in the blink of an eye, and they're ready for Stiko this time. They lock him out of it. Sasanito on the dualies, can't rein them in. And so it's FURIA barreling up through the red room. That's how they find a pistol, and that's how they're going to look to recover in this second half. So to try and remedy that, we're going to see this double push into main. Apeks are slowly but surely piecing together that this has to be the B play. They're going to learn that, but it might be too late as Art and Yuri open up. Nork boxed in a corner. You said he's going to step up, but no love found here over on B. The flash wrecks him, and this round will not belong to Apeks. FURIA steal it, and they take it convincingly.
All right, man, here we have it. Just waiting for utility to rain on top of them. That one looked flat. That was a non-existent defense that opens the door for FURIA to convert. A couple M4s to be held on to. Jacob taking one to the face, but falling away. He hears the utility. Jump peeks the entrance of A. Stiko going to get charged down. Quesarado's forward positioning, because of that free green boost, just tears through the initial 2 inside of Donut. Tatsunito's quick play in response, and nicely done. That's the power of the AUG. Scoped in on the bullet holes. That's not the edge of a smoke, that's the center of it. And he gets vision on the bomb plant, denies it, and pushes this back 3v3.
This is awkward. Cello's got to start moving, right? That's kind of what FURIA are waiting on now, but he's so far away with 30 seconds left. He's embarking on this big old flank, and they are waiting, they are praying that he can be the solution, but he's just taking too long. And so as he looks to come in, this is going to be left really down to the wire. Instead, Yuri's gifted a kill out through Temple. They still need to get this bomb back. They've still got to get it planted, and Apeks are just playing to deny, but they lose CT. A route to plant a CT is open. Tatsunito swinging out through Donut. Can't wrestle with the M4, and will get beat down by that flank out of Cello.
Damn, man, another one from FURIA where they just chill for yet another second. Feels like Apeks are frazzled. Apeks trying to make moves. Never at any point did they suspect that there could have been that top mid flank. And here it is, that little vision, right? Nasty AUG abusers. They know what they're up to. Poor Knock, though, is back exposed. And Tatsunito nearly, but a nice supportive hand from Cello, not only to clear out CT on the flank, and Okay, he's letting him know.
Satsanito, this is a nice play, trying to gain some ground over at main. Usually you'd have another guy with him, but he does it solo, and so Serato caught, back turned. Art doesn't adjust in time.
What's Art looking at?
Looks like he didn't expect him to follow through on the push. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's ballsy to go and attempt this solo with like the one hero gun in the round, but he will follow through with it. Drop through heaven, but that's being watched by Nork. And so the 3 players over at B are here, prepared and ready for this site take. Now they just have to hold it back.
Cello's creep in, though. This could be critical. Him and Fallen a kill apiece. The attack out from Stiko to, again, just keep things sketchy. But at 20 seconds, the MP9 will swing, and Sense will end it. There's the answer. There's the pop-off. There's the answer back, because we've had Cello chirping. Low HP planter instead. Art will take up the responsibility. Sense is going to get flashed through. Now they are just on the brink of this with still no bomb plant. They opt to go in on gunfights, and it's 3. Nock does catch Art. Cello able to answer, and he's going to have to do it all. But the Molotov does disrupt the positioning. Cello given a chance as they fall back.
Oh, good damage on the spray. You really don't fancy Cello's odds here. Wait, where's the bomb? Just off to the right-hand side there, so he's got to go and get that. 30 seconds, time is of the essence. Orb watching on a reposition around to Donut, and he goes walking right into it. Nork teed up to close that one out, but that puts the fear in them. It denies the bomb plant. The smokes have long since faded past that point, and so suddenly all these sight lines are open to Apeks. That slowdown on the A site gives a lot of room to the Apeks squad to poise themselves for that retake before the bomb's even planted.
With pistols in hand, they'll take a glance up into the B site. Majority numbers here for Apeks. A challenge for Stiko that's going to try to swarm forward, and sure enough, down he goes. An AK for Serato.
This part of the map at least is clear, and so you're seeing a gradual lean of Apeks players around to the B site. Satsanito in the right place at the right time. If he shuts down Fallen with this bomb crossing in, not even him to do it. And now they don't know about this corner player. Art thinks it's clear and ends up biting the bullet. Serato spotted, and this one should be a nice, easy cleanup for Apeks. There's the backstab from Jacob, who started this clearing Donut, and that sees Apeks move onto match and series point. Now just 5 kills away. This one's nothing more than an explosion up through ramp. They get control of the site. Sense out from long, doing a lot of damage. They've got a player trapped in the cave, and Fallen and Cello get a kill apiece. Cave player dead as well. So FURIA feeling primed to win this round, however, giving away that kill. Art coming in on the backstab. Gives rise to the 2v3. It doesn't look like Apeks want to give this a go, and fair enough. Their money is on the line. They don't want to make this any easier for FURIA than it has to be. That's not going to work every day, just a flat play in towards B. They were given a lot of room. Apeks weren't really ready for just a rush up through the ramp. Ooh. All the kills come in, so it is a very damaging round to the money of FURIA. Out of all the ways you could have lost a round if you're Apeks, that is the best possible outcome. Nork holding the line down into the site. They've locked the cave player out at least, but you've got to take some real estate here. Pushing through the smoke, that's the bomb plant denied. Satsanito with the backstab that might just define this game. Flushed out by Cello, sure. Gives way to the 2v2. Stiko now arriving, meets them on the short side. Damage done either which way, but it's FURIA to win that one out. And they didn't have reason to win that one. That is just a brawl. That is just a bloodbath over at B, and they're the ones dishing it out for a change. Double digits secured on what was essentially a low buy round after losing all 5 in the round prior. They flush out the Satsanito flank, and then they direct all their attention downrange onto short, knocking out Stiko and putting a stop to Jacob.
They'll go back down into the bottom of mid. Art just playing close smoke, and for the most part given space. This is looking like an A hit quick. It's looking like a faster tempo, and Nock is posted on an original angle, giving the opening kill. but Art has slid past, and they catch Tatsunito trying to come in from the lane. Can knock Flick. He sees a sliver, into the cover, back in with the repeat. That's what he needs. That's what they want, an initiative. And Stiko, well, he gets his, dropping bomb on CT lane. How can FURIA survive this one?
They're so split up, they're worlds apart. There shouldn't be a way back into this 2v4. It's going to take some monumental, heroic moments out of Keserato and Yuri if they want to do it. They've given it their all across this series, having to pull back every one of these games, but it might not be enough. It's just Yuri. And is he lagged out? Is that really how this is decided?
You're kidding me.
That is madness. That is heartbreak in its purest form. Oh my God. Have you ever seen anything like it? Unreal. And all that's left to do for him is die. And just like that, Apeks knock out FURIA. As though it wasn't heartbreaking enough that it's the full 24 rounds. It ends with a man dropping out. That's heartbreak in its purest form.
That's tragedy. That's unfair.
I'm sad for them. I'm sad for FURIA. Sure, they're 2v4. They're not meant to win that, but that is the roughest of rough, the lowest of lows, and FURIA feel that now. As for a second time, their run in Katowice is cut insanely short. Another loss to the Mongols, and now falling to Apeks across a close 3-map series. There is no words to describe the heartbreak that befalls FURIA right now.